And welcome back to the coding party. In this exciting video, we're going to learn how to work with tables. And tables, they're an interesting thing. You actually don't see a lot of tables being used anymore in HTML. They are used, still completely valid. But what's crazy is they used to be used everywhere in the beginning, because in the beginning we didn't have things to style. Okay, we couldn't put things where we wanted them to be, so we started using tables for padding and for spacing, and to put these things on the pages where we wanted them to be. And a table literally is like a table with rows and columns, just like an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, that is what a table is in HTML exactly. And you can put data in it, you can put whatever you want in it, images, things like that. And so I'll show you how we're going to use a table, and the opportunities are endless in how you want to use them. But we're going to just create, let's say on our page, where you go to devslopes.com and you can choose from some courses. Now, I just don't want a list of courses. I want them kind of, scattered across, like in a nice series of columns. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we got our paragraph there. So to create a table, we're just going to say table. All right. And then you've got table rows, okay, inside of a table. So what we're going to do, and then table data. So what we're going to do is tr for table row. Okay, so remember, row, column, row, column, row, column. So a table row, or TRs, is a row. Okay, so think of Excel, one row, rows go down, okay, columns go from left to right. So we got a table row, and what I want to do is create some columns in here. So we're going to say TD, and we're going to put a button in here, and we're going to say iOS 10 course. Okay, and as you can see, we've got a nice little button there, which is cool. So there's an iOS 10 course, and let's make a couple other things here. I'm just going to copy and paste this table data. These are columns again. So one row, 3 columns. And instead of the iOS 10 course, we're going to say Android course. And then we're going to say Unity 3D course. Okay. Notice over here on the right-hand side, we've got 3 buttons here. That's actually pretty cool, if I do say so myself. And let's go ahead and create another table row. Let's do another row of data. I'm just going to copy this and paste it down here. And again, inside the button text, I'll be changing the text here. What do I want to say? I've got Unity 3, so we're going to say web course. Okay. And then we're going to say Node API course. It's another course of ours. In fact, that'd be a great course to take after you've finished this course. And we've got the Angular 2 course, which, you could take that one too after this course. Pretty good stuff in there, actually. So this is pretty cool. We got some buttons here, and it's looking good in our nice little table. We can play around with some of the settings here, actually on the table. You don't have to do it purely in CSS. You can play with a few things here, such as the border. So inside the table tag, okay, we're inside the table tag. There's some attributes that we can set inside this tag, and such as the border equals. And what do you want to say? What if we said 5? Okay, we got an ugly border there. And cell padding, we can set that. Cell padding equals, let's say, 25. Oh, so we got some nice spacing now, some padding. Okay. And what is this? Cell spacing. This is the space between the cells. Let's say 5. Okay, look at the difference. Okay, it's that line in between, the cell spacing. Okay. Now, this is pretty dang ugly, I have to admit. Like, I think it's pretty ugly. But I think it's easily fixable if we just take off the border. So I'm going to say border 0. And look, now we've got some nice course buttons that are all aligned here. And so what have we done so far? Okay, we haven't done much. We put in a table, okay, and inside a table, we have a table row. Remember, like Excel spreadsheets, whenever you get confused, oh, TR, TD, what do I do? Just think of Excel, and then you have rows and columns. Rows go from top to bottom, columns go from left to right. So inside of this row, we have 3 columns, okay, iOS 10, Android, and Unity. And then another row, so next one down, web course, Node API course, and Angular course. And we put these inside of a button, okay, so that it's clickable, because we're going to pretend like there's more web pages, and you could click and go to that web page, okay? It makes sense. It's pretty cool. Very cool stuff there. So we got our buttons here. Cell padding 25, that's kind of high. I wonder if it makes sense to bring it down. Maybe to 5. Say 10. That's a little bit better. Cool. So there's our stuff. Cell spacing. Yeah, we'll leave it right about there. Anyway, so there's your table here. Now maybe you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, Mark. I think I know how to make these links up here horizontal, just like a real web page. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video, and I want you to take this list here, and I want you to make it horizontal using a table. Okay, so pause the video and make this horizontal and get back to me. Did you do it? I know you didn't. Okay, second chance. Pause the video and go do it. For those of you who did do it, I'll show you here right now. Let's make this, let's put this into a table here, which I think is a great idea. So what we're going to do is just add another table. Okay, and that's only going to have one row. So tr, it's going to have three data columns in it. So td, and all I'm going to do here is inside these TDs, we're just going to command X and paste. Okay, and then TD, and then we're going to command X and paste these A links here. Okay, these A tags, and then we're going to do it one more time inside of this. Boom, I love it. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of this unordered list. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Now, they're a little bit close, right? And so we don't have CSS to help us out, but what we can do is we can go ahead and add some cell spacing. So let's just go here to this table, put in some cell spacing, let's say to 10. Boom, a little bit further apart, which is nice. Okay, so 10 between each one, I like it. And there we go, about, home, and courses. Now we have a horizontal link list here, or links for our page, which is pretty dang cool. So we've got some courses here. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. So let's call this video done. We've worked with tables. Okay, we've worked with table rows. We've worked with the table data inside of the table rows. We put a little button in here. We haven't talked about how to click the buttons and stuff, but I think that's a better conversation for when we get to JavaScript. Right now we're just doing some static stuff here. Doesn't do much, and it's looking good, coming together. So let's call this done.